Ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. It is happening. It's official. It's happening. This is huge because we've been doing this for a long time now. There's still people that have been saying Joel Embiid's not coming back. It's all facade. It's all to keep people coming to the arena. That's what I said in the beginning, by the way. But now you have the Philadelphia 76ers Twitter page posting photos of Joel Embiid practicing with captions like just a looking eye emoji, shit like that. You have Nick Nurse, who has publicly come out and said it is very likely that he's back before the playoffs and that he is practicing every day and progressing greatly. He's going on the road trip with the Sixers, okay? And then you have now the second time that an ESPN injury report has listed Joel Embiid's return as April 2nd. April 2nd is, I believe, next Wednesday against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So it's no longer a question. It's no longer a theory. It's no longer an idea or a guess. I'm not saying April 2nd is a definite, but Joel Embiid is 100% coming back. Joel Embiid is coming back. And what does this mean? Nick Nurse also said in that same interview that this has been good for us because he's gotten to develop a lot of players in this time. And I said that on one of my lives earlier that, you know, he's gotten a lot of time to really figure out lineups and really get the most out of players that maybe wouldn't have got minutes on the floor with Joel Embiid out there. And Mo Bamba, one of them. I got to continue to give Nick Nurse credit for getting anything out of a player that I thought shouldn't even be in the NBA the first couple of games I saw him. So shout out to that. So Joel Embiid's coming back, and I'm going to say it again. Nobody, guys, Sixers sickos, do you understand how unbearable I am going to be on social media when Joel Embiid is officially back and we're playing somebody in a 7-game series? No team in the Eastern Conference wants to see this Sixers team with Nick Nurse and Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre, and maybe you get 12 points out of Crumble Cookie, but Joel Embiid back. No team in the Eastern Conference wants to see this team in a 7-game series with healthy Joel Embiid, and it's happening. We've been put through turmoil. We've been put in the dark. We've been locked in a dark closet for 3 months, and somebody came by and peeked, and he slowly just peeked the door open, gave us a little bit of light. We're about to be out of the closet. Pause. Trapped in the closet, R. Kelly? Pause. No Diddy. But yeah, Joel's coming back. Nobody wants to see us in a 7-game series. Argue with your mom. Sixers sickos for life. Boston, we're coming for you. Milwaukee, we're coming for you. Chalk it up. Speaking of Boston, didn't they just lose to the Atlanta Hawks last night again? Again? Jaylen Brown hits a game winner, what he thought was a game winner, after playing like shit the whole game. Highest paid player of all time. Celebrates for about 37 seconds. DeJounte Murray comes down, crossover, game-winning mid-range, 0.1 on the clock. Celtics lose again. Joe Mazzulla in his post-game press conference claims that they had Kristaps Porzingis switching on to DeJounte Murray for practice. He actually said that. For practice. You expect me to be afraid of a team that's out here losing to the Atlanta Hawks fully healthy, and you got the coach up there making up lies and rumors and excuses like a young Doc Rivers? You expect me to fear the Boston Celtics that their coach is claiming on national TV that they just lost the game for practice? Nobody wants to see the Sixers in a 7-game series, bro. Also, Kelly Oubre got fined $50,000 by the NBA for his outburst after the Clippers Sixers game that came down to the wire, and the referees gave Kawhi Leonard 2 ghost call back-to-back and ones, while the Clippers were allowed to play full contact on Kelly Oubre, back-to-back takes to the rim. My number one take on that is this. The NBA is a business. Let's call it what it is. The NBA would rather have a Kawhi Leonard game winner than a Kelly Oubre game winner. That's 100% why the fouls at the end of the game were called the way that they were. It sucks that that every year it becomes more and more obvious that there's business decisions being made on the court, but that there's no other explanation for that. If that was Kawhi Leonard attacking in Kelly Oubre's position, the calls would have been fouled. The fouls would have been called. The calls would have been fouled. The fouls would have been called. So Kelly Oubre says, "Hey, fuck you, fuck your mom, fuck your grandma. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. Your mom's a bitch. Your family's a bitch." Whatever he said to the officials, I thought it was hilarious. The NBA comes out after the game and says, "Hey, he's right. We got the calls wrong, but we're fining him $50,000 for what he said to the NBA officials after a call that we just admitted was wrong." My question is this: at what point do we start fining officials for ruining the product? You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they have to be perfect. I'm not saying that at all. But there should be some kind of incentive to be better. That's what I'm saying. If an NBA, what's the incentive for NBA officials to be good? Tony Brother's been trash for 100 years, bro. There's no incentive for them to be better. I'm not saying fine the officials every time they make a missed call. What I'm saying is, if an official has way more missed calls throughout a season than everyone else, no punishment? How, bro? How are you allowed to just suck at your job every day for years and never get demoted? Somebody make it make sense, bro. If I'm sitting here and I'm an accountant and I keep fucking up the numbers, at some point my boss is going to come by and say, "Hey, bro, sorry, you're now homeless. Get the fuck out of here." But NBA officials are allowed to just be trash every game. And they're like, "Hey, by the way, the guy that's missed more calls than anybody by a mile, we're putting him on the NBA Finals this year." So, okay, I'm not saying fine the officials $50,000 every time they miss a call, but what program is there for NBA officials to be incentivized to be better at their job? There is none. And that's not going to happen anyway, because the NBA officials in that game did what the NBA wanted them to do, which is give the superstar the call, and the guy that's not really a face of anything, that's not really selling any jerseys or tickets, don't give him the call. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. And if you go back to the 90s and you want to blame somebody for the NBA becoming a superstar-driven money machine, I'm sorry to tell you, but Michael Jordan's the guy. Jordan defenders don't want to hear that. Michael Jordan was the first player in the NBA to become a legitimate worldwide superstar. He was jumping from the foul line. It's never been seen before. People were calling him Air Jordan because people thought he was flying. White people in the 90s were like, "What is this? This young man is jumping from the foul line. He can fly." And they made him a superstar. They stopped calling travels. They started to allow him to push off. He got superstar treatment. Michael Jordan was the first player in NBA history to get superstar treatment. It's continued now for a long time because it makes them billions and billions and billions of dollars, and it is what it is. There's my rant about Kelly Oubre, the officials. Joel Embiid's coming back, and nobody wants to see us. And I'm still making videos on the phone because my PC is still in the damn workshop. See, it's not there anymore. It's gone. I got my mom's MacBook Pro right here that we're trying to do the live shows on tonight. We'll see how that goes down. My old MacBook is right there. That's a 2012. He doesn't really work at all. This guy's installing new hard drives and some other shit in the PC, so it's in the shop. It sucks, but we're gonna get it done anyway. Thank you for tuning in. I love you, Sicko Nation. I'll talk to you soon.